Yes, welcome, everyone. We are back. Welcome back to school. Welcome back to Live from NCCE, and welcome to Mark Anderson of Lifelike. We have got an amazing year of learning for everyone. And as always, if you're not able to join us live, these are recorded. There's a plethora of videos from the last, 5 years. But today we are fortunate to kick off the year with the amazing Mark Anderson. I've known Mark, Mark, how many years have we known each other? 7, 8?
Seven, I think about 7 or 8.
Yeah,
Tammy, yeah.
Mark's been doing a lot of stuff. He's in the Bay Area, so he's a left coaster like me. But Mark started at Lifelike. I think Lifelike started in what you co-founded in 2015.
Great memory. It was 2015.
Okay, and I do know, and I have to give you a shout out because on his LinkedIn page, his banner picture is from my classroom, which is super exciting.
I get so many compliments on that.
Oh, thank you. I'm so excited. But Mark has this amazing. I don't even know where to begin. It's aligned with the science standards. It's engaging. It's phenomenal. This lifelike. He came to my school once. I got to tell this story. He came to my school once with the VR. You remember the VR lenses? And allowed each student to experience whatever world they wanted to experience. And one of them was them walking into a giant shark. And you had to walk into its mouth, which was terrifying. But then you could see the heart and the lungs and all the internal organs. And it was just fascinating. And that was many years ago. And to think how far it's come, because now you're going to show us the new lifelike. So I'm super excited. You all should be super excited, and stay tuned till the end because Mark has a surprise too. So Mark, delighted to have you. Show us what the new lifelike looks like.
Thank you, Tammy. It's great to be here with you. So I just can't believe how the years have flown by here, but it's great to be with you again. And so just for folks that don't know Lifelike, we are an education and career readiness tech company. And we have two brands. We have Corinth is our education brand where we mostly work with teachers and their students in middle schools and high schools. And then Lifelike is our career readiness brand where we mostly work with teachers and their students in high schools and also adults. The new platform that we're launching this month for Corinth on the education side is something we've been working on for over a year. And it has multiple new features that it's kind of too long of a list for me to go through entirely. But I will just say that one of the key features now is we do have the world's largest STEM library for interactive 3D learning modules. And we're launching this month the ability to dissect those 3D models. And so I will I'll show you if we look at this, which I think you can see here, my screen, you can see just a bunch of our 3D models, and we have over 1,600 of them. And when I'll just go over to one of them in particular, just play this video, to show how the ability to dissect here. So this is one of our 3D models for the organelle, and we just dissected it there. But then teachers and students, they can go ahead and rotate that, manipulate it however they want, and then go ahead and reassemble it. And we also have quizzes that come with this now. And so this is one of the big features that we're launching. And then also by the end of this year, by the end of December, we're launching what we call multiplayer. And that is going to be the ability for any teacher and students, they can be wherever they are using our platform. And then if the teacher is dissecting or operating that 3D model, the students will see synchronously what that teacher is doing, and the students can be anywhere in the world. And that's going to be both online and in virtual reality. So we'll be the first for STEM focused company to have that. And then I think the last thing I'll just mention as an overview is that what we're launching starting in Q1, Tammy, is what we're calling Voice Assistant, and this is going to be specifically for students with special needs. Tammy, before I describe that, am I missing anything or anything else I should go deeper on before describing Voice Assistant? I think, oh yeah.
There you go. Thanks, Bobby. No, I think you've explained it really well. I think what we need to see is how it works. And I want to see the voice, but I also want you to dive into some of those because the samples that you've got there are just phenomenal.
Okay, great. Thank you. So I'll go ahead then and let me just open up here. This is the eyeball as an example. And so what I can do here is I'm actually just using my mouse right now just to go ahead and manipulate that. And then what I can do is I just clicked on unlock the parts. So now what I'm doing is the parts are all listed here. So as I go ahead and move that around, I can dissect the eyeball here. And what I can do then is I can also I just clicked on cornea there on the left. So now the cornea is highlighted there for the students. I can keep dissecting that. And well, students might say, well, where is the iris? So I just clicked on that. Oh, okay, there's the iris. Then where's the lens? Okay, so the lens is right there as well. And so these are all in high fidelity. Obviously, we're really proud of our team of 3D artists and the graphics that they create to be at such a high level. And so this is where the blood vessels, we're showing that as well. And then what the students can do at the end is, and the teachers, is after they've dissected all that, they can just go ahead and go back here and reassemble and reconstruct the 3D model and bring it all back together after dissection. And that's just one of with our focus on STEM, that's just one of our 3D models that's now dissectable. And so if it's okay then, Timmy, then if that was enough of a description, and let me know if it wasn't, but I can also just mention our voice assistant. So we actually, a lot of, I know educators know this obviously, but a lot of folks are kind of surprised that about 15% of students have special needs. And so what we are actually launching is the ability for any student with special needs who wants to operate our 3D models, but maybe they weren't able to before because of physical limitations that they might have. Then when we start our pilot of Voice Assistant during the first quarter of this 2026, these students will be able to go ahead and operate these 3D models that I was just showing you. And so we're the first company in the world in EdTech education launching this. And so this can be, any student with any variety of things. I'll just show as an example here. Could be students with learning disabilities, with physical disabilities, because I've worked with students before and they have physical limitations in terms of operating a mouse, but now they won't have to worry about that because they'll just be able to use our voice assistant and operate the 3D models that way. So that is really something we're excited about. I will say that we actually we competed in what's called the tools competition, and they had over 1,000 applications, and then they ultimately selected 9 winners. We were one of those 9 winners, thanks to my colleagues. And so less than 1% were selected. And that is helping us fund this new feature for students with special needs. And that is based on the feedback I've already started to get from teachers who teach students with special needs, that we already have a commitment from a large special needs center up in Marin County that's going to be in our first pilot. And then also, it's been interesting that we've been getting feedback from teachers and students who've been saying, from general education, saying, well, actually, I'll be using Voice Assistant as well. So our focus is on special needs first with this feature, but it seems like it's going to have a wider applicability. So Tammy, then was there anything else that I should dive into more on that part, or because I could also talk about what we're doing on the career readiness side as well.
I think some of the older grades would like to hear that, but don't also forget, I mean, there's some really fun elements also. I mean, what I loved about Lifelike is anytime you give a student a manipulative, and even though it's digital, it is a digital manipulative, you want to let them have a little fun. And you've got a camera feature in some of those that my students had a blast with.
Thank you for saying that, Tammy. I should have mentioned that, and you're absolutely right. You're absolutely right. So this is, so if I go, let me go. I'll just go back into this eyeball here. So what we have in here is for every single 3D module we have an introduction for with attributions, of course. For that 3D module. Then we list the parts there, and that's obviously helpful for learning. But then to your point, Timmy, we also now have the ability to capture this scene so that students, what they can do, teachers and students, they can go ahead and capture any part of this that they want. So that if I wanted to, let's say, go ahead and focus specifically on, let's say, if I want to focus on the cornea there, and if I want to pull that out, the cornea out, then what I can do is go ahead and take capture an image just of the cornea there as part of the scene. So that's something else that is part of this as well. And then the other thing I'd like to just talk about related to this, we're launching a studio that that is part of this, that we're launching this month. So actually, what's we're launching here is teachers will be able to upload their documents and their presentations and their own images as they go ahead in our new platform, and then they can use that as part in conjunction with their lesson plans, and use that however they want.
Wow. And that you can save your lessons. So like if you get all your lessons done in 1 year, they're there for next year.
Exactly.
Oh, we love you.
Yeah. Thank you for saying that. No, that's exactly it. So it's the we haven't, one way that this is, we've been just kind of describing this internally, is that in a sense it's a little bit of a combination of based on the feedback we got from teachers, it's a little bit of it's something of a combination of some parts from a LMS where we integrate with Canvas, and we love Canvas, but it's also partially a content management system, CMS. And there's some great ones out there that we integrate with as well. And then also, to some degree, part Canva and we love Canva as well.
Yeah.
But what we've done is we've gotten a lot of feedback from teachers saying the specific features that they needed for their classroom.
No, we
And
love this. We love this. By the way, there is a music teacher online, Kai Clinton, and he's wondering, do you have a larynx?
I'm sorry, do we have a what?
A larynx, the vocal cords, the
Oh, I'm sorry. I heard when I heard music, I was going. Yeah, I did. Thank you. I'm.
He was curious if you could show that if you have it.
I. Give me 1 second
No, it's
here.
fine. It's fine. So many body parts, and I love Clinton what you're thinking about, because Clinton's thinking about when you're telling students your students to sing, you need to hold right your head in a certain way, your larynx needs to be in a certain position so you can get more air. Sing from the diaphragm, right, and all of that. So I mean, that was when I was in high school, and that was a few years ago. That was what my choir master always said: "Sing from the diaphragm." Yes, yes, sir. I did learn where it was. I learned how to use it, but I think that would, and wow, I hadn't thought of that, Clinton. Thank you for that. Yeah, Clinton's saying he's been looking for a platform like this to do VR with his voice students to explore the larynx, and that just makes sense. I mean, there's so many different uses for this. And my recollection is, and especially with what I'm seeing, oh, look at that. What I'm seeing from you is you can assign this to students, and if it's working like an LMS, that's going to be incredible. There it is.
There it is. So yes, we do, to your listeners, to your viewers, question, we do have a larynx. Yes.
Here you go,
Yeah.
Clinton. Awesome.
Thank
and
you,
they
Clinton.
they can do it, move it around in 3D and
they absolutely can. So I'm manipulating that right now with my mouse.
Well, did you go through the menu at the bottom there in pink?
Yes. Yeah. So this is actually this is our existing platform that we've had for the last couple of years, and what we've done is these have all these features have been moved over to our new platform. Plus, we have new features. But there actually is one here that I'd like to highlight, which is the languages. So.
Ooh.
Yeah, so we actually have over 15 languages that all of our content's translated into. So I take your pick, and there's a good chance that we have it now. So here in California, there are a lot of languages that are used. I know the same. Well, actually, in most states, there are multiple languages. It depends on the part of the country, of course.
Yes.
But yes, we have and this is all transferred over. So basically, what we've taken is kind of this core that we're looking at right now, and then we've just moved over to added in these additional features where with the studio. So,
wow.
Yeah. So
now, the one that
please.
you showed us earlier, where all the pieces just kind of like, it's the second slide you have there, where all the pieces just, you could pull them apart and look at them.
So I think was that.
I'm seeing it on your screen. It's the second slide in your PowerPoint.
Back here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because you showed me that. Wow.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, thank you, Tammy. Yeah, this is just the organelle here, where it's and showing how it's being dissected there. So that organelle is that's ultimately it's going to be one of the 1,600 3D models we have that are dissectable. I think we're launching with over this month. We're launching with over 50 that are dissectable, and so it's been a lot of it's something we're really excited about, just based on the feedback we've been getting from teachers.
Yeah. Wow. That's incredible. And I see it also says and quizzes, so you can quiz them.
Exactly. And you can also create your own quizzes as well. So let's just say for in here, we're also going to be launching the ability for teachers to create their own quizzes, and and that's something is going to be part of this launch as well. And so that's going to be part of the fall launch, and then some of the features will be rolling out in the coming months.
Nice. Will it also generate a quiz if I don't have time to create my own?
It'll need some input from you just in terms of what type of quiz to create. But yes, but yes, that's right.
Wow. It just keeps getting better, Mark.
Oh, thank you very much for saying that, Tammy. It's our team is of 3D artists and developers and educators. They're based in the Czech Republic. I'm in San Francisco. But they have been working hard on this for a long time, and so we're just and specifically on this new platform for over a year. So we're just really excited to be rolling it out this month.
So I know Lifelike is the one that has all the little images and interactive things. Corinth used to be, and this is back when we first met. You had lessons that were aligned. I think they were mostly middle school and high school aligned with the science standards. Do you still have that?
We absolutely do. So that's we have our content, our science content. It is aligned with next generation science standards. So every time we create a new 3D module, then what we do is we go ahead and we work with what we call a guarantor.
Okay.
And that guarantor could be a scientist, could be could be a teacher, could be just depends on what we're creating. Could be a researcher, could be someone at a university, and we always work with them to create each new 3D module, and just to make sure that it's scientifically accurate. And so it's a very iterative process that we use. And so that's how we make sure it's accurate, but then also it is aligned with the NGSS.
Which is vital for those of us teaching science.
For sure.
I have a memory too. I mean, we're seeing a lot of body parts and stuff, but you do animals. You used to have volcanoes, all of I'm assuming you still have all that.
We do. Great memory, Tammy. So just to use, biology is our largest library. We've got hundreds of, human biology, animal biology, plant biology, paleontology, and then physics, chemistry, and it kind of goes on from there. Was probably, we've got a variety in there. There's over 200 for geometry.
Wow.
So it's a whole combination, but everything we focus on is STEM.
Which is terrific.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
That's what we're looking for. You're still mostly, or it looks like actually, as I'm looking at this, because when you first started, you were more middle school, high school, but it looks like you've incorporated some upper elementary too. I could easily use this with maybe third, fourth, fifth graders for sure.
That's what has actually, you're right. So that has started to happen as well. And so that's been a nice development that we've been really happy to see. We do focus mostly on middle schools and high schools, but there are, in some cases, upper elementary they're using our 3D models as well. And particularly, what we are finding is just, students, and teachers, but students have a very high, I'd say the highest expectations ever for really high quality, interactive, immersive content.
Oh yeah.
And they're just, or else, I mean, you were a teacher of the year, where you taught, this better, as well or better than anyone, just how, it's, how do you really capture a student's imagination? Mm-hmm. And that, that comes from the teacher first and foremost, of course. And then the student's own motivation, but then just really having immersive, interactive content really helps cultivate that as well.
Oh no, 100% absolutely. And you're right. It does allow students, because I know my students would manipulate the items, then they focus in on, the heart or whatever, and they'd take a picture of that and put it in the report. So it was just like, so they could talk specifically and have a picture there, a graphic doing that. Do you still have the VR feature where the kids can put themselves in the picture?
We do, yes, yes. We do have that, and that's included as well in what we're launching this fall. Because yeah, augmented reality and virtual reality, it remains important for us. And so just to use as an example, with our when we launch our multiplayer by the end of the year, then if you're for teachers teaching their students and say manipulating one of our 3D models online, a student actually could be in a virtual reality headset at that same time and see synchronously what the teacher is doing with that 3D model.
Oh, that's so cool. We
No,
used to
thank
do
you.
the one where we could turn the computer camera on, and then
Yep,
like I could see for example, a tick or a mite, and
exactly.
you could make it really big, and then you could put it on top of your head and take a picture.
Yeah,
I'm
exactly.
mighty glad to see you, class, and just have a little creative fun with it. And it strikes me, Mark, that really what Lifelike does is it's starting to get the students used to using these kind of manipulative tools, these digital VR tools that are going to help them be career ready. You were talking about career readiness. This is getting them ready for using those kinds of tools. You wanted to speak to that as well?
Thank you for mentioning that, Tammy, because really digital literacy is more important than ever. And there is a digital divide in America. I spend a lot, even though I'm live in San Francisco, I'm in Nevada every month. And particularly, we work with students in rural areas there. And we work with a whole variety of students. We work with a lot of Title I schools, and so these students, a lot of times they do not have the same resources that students in a well-funded school district might have. But what we're also launching is now this is for career readiness, but we have created 35 animated field trips, and these are all these all focus on high demand STEM-based occupations that students can enter, and these are AI resilient.
Wow.
So, and we love, we for students that want to go to university and get their degree, that's great. They should do that. It's just not where we focus.
Right.
We focus on career readiness. So any student, they can graduate from high school, go get a industry certification that may take 4, 5, or 6 months,
Yep.
but months, not years, and then enter in a high demand occupation, whether that's electrician
Mhm.
or heating, ventilation, air conditioning, plumbers. Agriculture is remarkably high tech now, and people
Oh
are
yeah.
really outside of agriculture are really surprised to hear that they can enter healthcare, be a
Yeah.
dialysis technician. And then we are also developing right now the world's first, what we're calling, they're called photorealistic
Uh-huh.
field trips. So the first ones that we created are animated, but these next 17 that we're launching this fall are photorealistic. So this is actually, some people think this is a real photo. It's not. But this is just showing the next 17 field trips that we're launching. And all this is part of the work that we were doing with the Nevada Governor's Office of Economic Development.
Wow. Wow. This has gone so much beyond what when we first met. I mean, it's only been, well, this is your 10th year, right? And it's just
Yes.
incredible how you've grown with the industry and with demand. I love the career readiness, but I heard you talking about electrical circuits. So I have this memory. Lifelike also covers those.
We do have, yes, we
Yeah, that's really
have. Yeah, that we have there are two ways that I can answer. One is we have 3D modules that are related to electricity.
Mhm.
First of all, and then the other thing is becoming an electrician is actually, that's one of our first 35 field trips. And I just just recently I was talking, I was visiting my family, and my nephew has a friend who I asked him, I said, you don't know what you want to be at when you graduate from high school, do you? And he said, yeah, I want to be an electrician. And I was like, fantastic. That's just great. That's a high demand occupation. You're going to be, it's AI resilient, and you're going to be in
Good
high
paying.
demand.
Yeah, good
Say that
paying.
again.
Good paying.
Oh, it pays so well. When we were renovating my mom's house before to get it before she sold it some years ago, and we tried getting electricians out there to get quotes on some work that needed to be done. It was tough just getting electricians out there. They're in such high demand.
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, this is just, everybody online is going nuts right now. They're super excited. Someone's saying, oh, it's Shannon. Where are those videos located? Is there a link? How did they get a hold of this amazing content? So since we're at the end of the 30 minutes, you want to share with us how we can get a hold of this stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. And so what we can do here is we would like to go ahead and for anyone that would like a free trial, they can either just email me directly or connect with me on LinkedIn. And thank you, Bobby, for putting that up. So that's my email address there, my LinkedIn address. And we'll go ahead and set any of your viewers up for free trials.
I think you're going to giggle. My friend Mary is online, and Mary said, I was today years old when I learned I have been pronouncing this company name wrong all the time.
Join the club. So we were saying, I said to Tammy before we started, I have some people that they pronounce our company name Lifalike, and they think that we're a French company, hey, the croissants would be a lot better during lunchtime if we were a French company. I can guarantee you that. But no, we're pronounced lifelike.
Lifelike, because everything is so lifelike. And Mark, you're beyond lifelike.
Oh, thank you. Thank you, Tammy.
Thank you so much for your time, your talent, this is just an incredible tool. And I encourage y'all. I mean, we had it in our classroom. The students loved it. It was engaging. And like Mark says, the way that it's advanced, it's going to help your students prepare for that career readiness. I mean, there are electricians, health workers. There's so many applications for this. And so run, don't walk. And go ahead and email Mark or reach out to him on LinkedIn. And it's SEN, not SON, for those of us who make that mistake. Any last words, Mr. Anderson?
I would just say, Tammy, it's a privilege to be on your show. And I know everyone knows, if anyone doesn't know this, I've been in a lot of classrooms over the last decade. Never have I been, I'm not saying this to gratuitously to flatter you, Tammy. I have never experienced a more joyful or energetic students than your students when I was in your classroom. I remember walking up the day I was a guest in your class, and before I even got to the door, the joy that was coming out and the energy of was amazing. So thank you for everything that you do, Tammy.
I appreciate you translating volume into joy. It was a delight having you on the show. It was fabulous to be able to share this with everybody. And it was great to teach Mary how to say lifelike. So if you enjoyed today's session, we're going to be back every second Thursday of the month with Live from NCCE. We've got some great guests coming up. Check us out on ncce.link/live. And don't forget, we also have the big NCCE 2026 conference coming up, and I'm going to blow the dates in my little mind, but I want to say it's the 26th to the 28th. Bobby, you can correct me in chat if you want to, because I think I got it wrong, but it's the third week in February. If you go to the link there on the screen, you can read all about it. You can sign up for it. A lot of us in NCCE are going to be there, and it'll be great to see you there too. And Mark, maybe you can come join us. Who knows?
That would be great.
All right, everyone. Thanks for joining us on Live from NCCE. Mark Anderson and Tammy Dunbar saying, see you next month. Bye, everybody.
Bye-bye.